Andrew, nice to meet you. Nice to see you at Sample Music Festival. A short introduction will be great. What you're doing here?
Hi, yeah, I'm BIONI SAMP, and I'm here to bring some experimental techniques with DJing, and I'm a big Ableton fan too. A lot of my music's inspired by nature, and I like recording beehives and then turning them into experimental music, which I've been performing with here at the festival. I'm part of a group of people who've come to the festival to showcase new controllerism and other performance techniques. I've developed my own over the years, starting with vinyl, and now I've moved on to using my live DIY synths, which have sounds of bees and stuff, and then combining that with Ableton and using MIDI controllers to mix the sound live in a whole new way. One thing you can do with my setup is I can play 4 channels at once and mix from those 4 channels to 1 channel. So for example, I could have 4 loops going and then mix from those 4 channels to 1 channel, which is, let's say, a finished actual track. I could never do that with conventional DJing 12-inch vinyls and stuff. I was only limited to just layering 2 tracks. What this opens up is loads of new musical possibilities for performing and DJing.
So tell us a little bit more about your experience at the Sample Music Festival. So yesterday you had some jam sessions with a finger drummer and with a guy who made some body performance. So how was it for you? Was it the first time that you play with these types of guys?
Yeah, this is the first time I played, and I had some samples on two units. I was playing live, one in one hand and one in the other. And on one I had my homemade sounds, which were from beehives, a collection of partials being played on a Beagleboard Black. And then on the other hand I was playing my pocket operator, which had a couple of bee samples on it as well. And just before I left, I thought I'd sample the 808 at my shared studio directly into the pocket operator as a challenge, and the 8-bit sampling really gave it some depth, I felt, and the combination of the 808 and the B sound seemed to really work with someone else playing this guy Mictic, who was playing with the sensors on each arm as well. So it was an impromptu great live performance. And then we had a guy using Ableton finger drumming, extremely talented guy. And for a few tracks we had going a really great sound and collaboration. And for me that was, I think, the high point of the festival so far. Yeah.
You know, your approach of making music is really related to nature. So yeah, to creating live, or I don't know, working with bees. So this is really unique. So how do you see the relation to the development of DJ technology? So how are you influenced, or how do you use this technology? Does it extend your possibilities of making music creation? So
yeah, I mean I've been published since 1995 and had music out on various formats, CD, cassette, 12-inch vinyl, 10-inch vinyl, 7-inch vinyl, and lots of combinations where I've managed to get even the lock groove on a 7-inch. So I've moved through kind of older technologies using tape loops and stuff like that, to using computers and programming my own synths through Max MSP Pure Data enables me to create patches which play back sounds. So I have my own like kind of mini sequences. Another area I'm really interested in is quadraphonic or multi-channel audio, and I've been doing a lot of experiments with binaural sound, um, both recording and playback, even on just two speakers. I use a combination of binaural plugins to create a very immersive kind of sound. I'll often have things panned really wide on the stereo spectrum. Um, and I did a quadraphonic gig not long back, and I'm developing more multi-channel sound experiences. Um, I've also done the soundtracks to a couple of VR movies, and these VR plugins I've used for films I use in my live set as well. Um, these are freely available, and you can kind of DJ but mix in binaural elements. I've made custom sounds for those, and I'm a big fan of kind of deconstructing material I've had released and kind of remixing it live. I love the idea of stems where you can create your own stems. I've created stems for my set which are kind of stripped down versions of my tracks, so I can kind of play them back together with other tracks. I think multi-channel audio is amazing these days. I mean, at the festival I've seen people doing all kinds of stuff, from making their own turntables, making their own synthesizers controlled by vinyl or time codes. I've seen people performing with sensors just outside, which are kind of like fitness sensors, which are being modified to receive MIDI information. I've also seen software developed by that Australian guy,
Nixie.
which is really innovative use of Max MSP, and with that you can control everything. It seems it's amazing what you can do with it. It's very versatile.
So thank you so much for this valuable content. This year was a highlight for sure, and hope to see you soon. Thank you.
You know, for me it's been part of the remit is to expand what the festival's doing and kind of consider new ways of incorporating sounds and DIY synthesizers, and programming and max programming, and also using controllers in a new way.
Thank you so much.